Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another Ninja Chris cast. This is Ninja Chris. Thank you for being with me today. I went ahead and posted on Reddit, so hopefully we'll have a few more viewers today. But overall, today's goal is actually to kind of go for a little bit more of a marathon stream for once. It's about to hit 6 o'clock my time, and I've got until about 10 o'clock. So I'm hoping to squeeze in about 4 games to have casted all at once. So stick around, pull up a chair, grab some popcorn, enjoy the show. Hopefully you enjoy what I'm doing. If you do, hit me up. I've actually got a chat room running off to the side now, so I can actually be able to see what you guys are thinking. Hopefully you'll give me some feedback, whether here or on Reddit. Either way, I would love some extra followers if you would be so kind. Either way, I do actually have some exciting news right now. I have been chosen to cast some extra games on the side with the eSpot Dota 2 Rares Challenge coming up on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm actually really excited about that. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm hoping to fill both Saturday and Sunday with nothing but a constant stream of matches for you guys. So actually, that's going to be run over on the eSpots stream for the Saturday and Sunday, and it's going to be played in Luxembourg. So because of that, the English caster myself, it's actually going to be on a secondary stream. So if you'll check that out, it's going to be over on twitch.tv/e_spot2. And I would love to have you guys. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to have nothing but a blast playing or watching over a bunch of different games. Actually, it's going to be about 32 games each day. So more than enough content for you guys to come check out some amazing amateur competition. And I'm really excited. I think this is going to be a ton of fun. And otherwise, yeah, I would love to have you. So come back and check me out. I've only been casting for about 2 weeks now, so this is a massive opportunity for me and a massive opportunity for many other amateur teams. So I would love it if you guys came and checked us out. Either way, if you want, I would highly recommend that you go and purchase a ticket. It is the eSpot tournament. You can purchase it within Dota 2 for only $1.99 if you want to be precise, but nonetheless, it's dirt cheap, guys. You could sell a couple of your rares and easily make up for that entire whopping cost. So give some of your money to teams other than the pro teams, because come on, they're about to hit $10 million, which is already exciting as it is. So hopefully you guys are more than willing to give them a buck. Either way, if you want to watch in the stream, that's going to be over on Twitch with me, as well as I don't know the other English caster, but there will be a secondary English caster, or main English caster, I should say. He's going to be running the main eSpot Twitch account, and he will be running the games live. So whatever you choose to watch, love to have you. Please check us out, and otherwise, we're going to go ahead and start getting into the game. Like I was saying, I do hope to have a roughly 3 games running today. So nice little setup. Can't wait to get started shortly. We got the games loading right now. Once again, love to have you. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. And we will be switching over to the game momentarily. All right. As a matter of fact, if I recall, this game is actually this very first one of the day is supposed to be a bit of a doozy. I don't know who wins or loses. I try and keep away from that information. But the Dota 2 cast it post did say that it was going to be an hour long, roughly an hour long, and it's going to have about 100 kills, I think it said. So it's going to be an absolute bloodbath, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. So I see I'm up to 3 people viewing right now. This is already breaking new records for me. Also, if you have any feedback for me, if you happen to have any problems with the stream quality, or if you have any other concerns, is there anything I'm doing right, anything I'm doing wrong, like I said, hit me up in the chat room or let me know over on the Reddit post, whatever you would like. Just let me know. I would love to just fix this. So either way, keep me up to date, and let's get started. Gonna go ahead and move forward through the all pick phase. Four, three. Okay. Oh wow, we already have a very carry heavy carry oriented Radiant side, which is going to be lots of fun. We've also seen quite a few clockwork picks, as I'm sure many of you guys remember, with that amazing play against, was it against Dendi as the
Prepare
Quap?
for battle.
Oh boy, that was an amazing little play. Loved that. All right, we do have the default announcers running. Always happy to see that. And for the few of you who may have been checking me out in the past, you'll know that I love to check out whether or not people on both teams happen to pick up a courier right off the bat, because these are in fact pub games. I see some. Okay, no, we're not really dropping any frames. I wonder why my stream seems to be having a little bit of problem, at least what I'm viewing. If you're having problems, let me know in chat so I can try and fix it. Otherwise, yeah, just keep on keeping on. All right, we already do have a Greevil on the side of the Radiant, and we even do have, ooh, the little mushroom guy. I love those guys, so very pretty. And we're going to go ahead and go through the different heroes on both sides. We have Unnamed as the Invoker on Radiant side. We have Soido as the Gyrocopter. We have Artes Middle on the Clockwork in the off lane. We have a Death Prophet not in the mid lane on the bottom easy lane as Botch. And we have Crooked as the Nature's Prophet, who seems to be doing some very early jungling. Didn't even buy any items. Very interesting. On the Dire, we have yet another heavy carry team. We have Erag on the Phantom Assassin. We have Odyssey on Zeus. We have a Jakiro support, fortunately, on the off lane as Icarus. We have Slark named the Customizer. Actually, we've seen this guy. He must be the guy posting consistently over there, so thank you very much. And we have the Wraith King Stir. I'm going to call him Stir. And we already have a little bit of a strange initiation. We're going to switch back over to the cam. Come on, give me my little bit of a bug with the camera. Pardon me for just a moment while I fix this. No, not willing to give it to me just yet. There we go. Now it's fixed. And some interesting jungling coming up from the Nature's Prophet already. In fact, we have a little bit of initiation on top of the Zeus over here in the middle lane. So nothing truly serious or anything. We even have a little bit more further aggression coming from the Clockwork up at the top lane. So very interesting setup. Also, alternatively, we also only have one ward on the map right now on the side of the Dire. So a nice little offensive ward, checking out both the Radiant side easy lane, as well as hopefully scouting out, helping out. Actually, we have initiation from on top of the Death Prophet coming in with the Wraith King stun, and he's going to take a lot of damage, but ultimately the Gyrocopter doing a great job. No, he's going to get it out. So the Wraith King actually picking up the beautiful first blood against the Death Prophet. So great job on the side of the Dire, picking up that very quick first blood, especially with the nice little invisibility rune on that Wraith King. So very well played Dire getting that first blood. And we're going to even check out the top lane. No, I actually thought the Clockwork was going to be initiating on top of the Phantom Assassin, but that is not true. As a matter of fact, we've got further aggression coming in from the Zeus pushing on top of the what's his nickname? Invoker. Was it Eric? I'm not entirely sure. I don't recall. Nonetheless, we have a further rotation coming in from the Wraith King, and no, I actually thought for a minute that the Wraith King was going to come upper ground against this middle lane Invoker, but no. All he did was do his buddy Zeus a favor and pick out that double damage rune. Nonetheless, we still seem to see some Nature's Prophet jungling. Looks like he's absolutely going for that early game Midas build. So I guess that works when it comes to the overall late game potential. So very, very strong late game Nature's Prophet, as long as he doesn't get any picks, or as long as he doesn't get picked off, I should say. Wraith King holding back the middle lane, while it does appear we have a further tri-lane here in the bottom lane, especially with the Zeus potentially picking off this Gyrocopter. Fortunately, I didn't miss a kill, but at the little bit of aggression, I did miss. So Dire absolutely pushing in as hard as they can. They're forcing back some early game aggression, or anti-aggression, I should say, really putting the Radiant in their place. And I mean, that's really what the Radiant need. They've got such a heavy late game potential that they're going to need to snowball. We're only 4 minutes in, so it's not that big of a deal. Slark laughing at the rocket, taking a lot of damage, but ultimately it's not going to do a lot of good. We don't even have a what's it called? Sunstrike on the Invoker, so he's not even going to be able to do much against that. No picks. Excuse me. No picks coming down against the neither the Jakiro or. Was it the Jakiro that was really low? I thought it was somebody else, but I guess I was wrong. Nope, it had to have been that Jakiro, of course. More picks coming up on the Phantom Assassin and the Clockwork. Actually, I want to check and see how many last hits they each have. So, Clockwork taking that lead against the PA. 17-12. In fact, it's rather interesting because the PA's got the 4 denies, so I guess they're both same level right now. So actually we have the Gyrocopter taking out the Wraith King before the Slark takes out the Gyrocopter. So interesting little 1-to-1. In fact, the Jakira's about to get... No, he doesn't get picked off as well. The Slark actually getting the final kill with that. So a great little setup. 2 kills on the side of the Dire. Only for a single... Was it the Zeus who dropped? Trying to remember these instead of have to revert back to that chat log. But no, it was the Wraith King who dropped, not being level 6 yet. So, nonetheless, actually we have follow-up aggression coming back on top of the Slark, who's just going to jump away. Not a bad deal. Not to say it's not going to chase him down and deal a good amount of damage, but I hope you guys will forgive me. I'm actually consistently checking up on the chat room, making sure everything is okay for you guys. Once again, let me know in the chat room if everything's all right. If there's any problems, let me know so I can try and fix them. And not a whole lot else going on. We have the Invoker actually up to about 25 last hits and 5 denies, which is actually pretty good. Essentially, where did he rotate to? Okay, no. I'm looking at the PA, not the Invoker. My mistake. My eyes are wandering all over the place right now. Everybody just going back to a standard reset. Not a whole lot else going on. Clockwork, actually, it appears like he did pick up that the rune. Nope, I'm mistaken. It's in a regeneration rune in the bottom lane. Zeus more than happy to pick it up, fill his bottle. And he's not 6 yet, so unfortunately we're not going to see the big... what's it called? I was going to call it a wub wub, but no, that's not it at all. That's not a good joke, so I won't go that way. Finishing off his regeneration. All the while, the Invoker actually looking to potentially gank on top of this PA here on top of the top lane. Let's see if the Clockwork's actually ready to do anything about it. He's actually level 6 where
is missing.
Invoker, okay, he is level 7. I guess I was just a little concerned about that. Zeus. We do see some potential aggression. They're getting ready to put him in a position, and here we go. Here starts the fight, and everybody's starting to nuke him down. That's going to be a very dead Phantom Assassin. And who's going to get the kill? And it's going to go straight to the Clockwork. Thank you, Invoker, says the Clockwork, and continue to push in the lane while the Zeus continues to take the mid lane. In fact, we even have on the bottom lane some further aggression on the side of the Dire. They're going to pick off the Gyrocopter. So 1 for 1 coming back. Unfortunately, the Radiant just not being able to get a very good trade out of that. They took a small healthy amount of damage to their middle lane. All the while, the bottom lane do get a kill out of it. So nothing really spectacular coming up for the Radiant. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get a nice little trade. Although the Nature's Prophet is finally finishing off his Hand of Midas. He's only 7 minutes in. And he does get it. And he's going to teleport home, get some extra mana, and then go back at it. In fact, the Jakiro... Okay, nope, he's just going for the bottle pickup, or for the courier pickup. And Nature's Prophet more than happy to go back to jungling up. So, nonetheless, we do have 3 here on the side of the Radiant on the bottom lane, against the 2 on the Dire, who are just pushing it in. So, lost gold, lost XP potentially on their side, unfortunately. And not a whole lot else going on. The PA more than happy to keep farming up on the creep wave. And Clockwork actually going in on top of the Zeus and getting the pick. Very sorry for missing that kill. Unfortunately, the Jakiro ultimately not being able to stop it. He didn't have a chance, or at least he did not choose to drop his Ice Path, stop everybody. And we do have further aggression coming back down. Is the Clockwork going to rotate into the bottom lane? No, he's just going to pick up the haste rune and rotate back to... Not sure what he's doing. Actually, it does look like they're finally going to go in on top of this bottom lane.
Homing in.
Radiant's top tower
Zeus rotating in on top of the bottom lane. And Clockwork, interestingly enough, actually TPing into that top lane as well. So we have 4 on the bottom lane, 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom lane for each of them for the Radiant, 3 on the Dire. And we even have some initiation coming in on top of the Clockwork. Nature's Prophet ultimate being popped, as well as the Invoker actually choosing to pick off the Zeus. And not a right move. Sorry, Gyrocopter, in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's just going to feed himself straight over to that Zeus, who's going to get the nice little kill, as well as the Death Prophet from Pit finishing off the Zeus. So he had some very interesting initiation, but unfortunately it just didn't do a whole lot to him. Death Prophet's ultimate actually chasing down the Slark and not going to really do anything else. Missed Clockwork hook coming in, but once, like I was saying, nothing coming in to help him out. And they're going to keep picking on this middle lane. The mid-tier 1 actually taking a lot of damage, whereas if you compare it to the mid lane, it's actually about comparable damage right now before the glyph is popped. And everybody on the Radiant forced to back out. In fact, we even have the Clockwork popping his... he actually previously did pop his haste rune, as well as all 3 charges. So he is backing out. And nonetheless, we do have the PA pushing back in top of this middle lane, or the top lane. He's up 50 last hit, so healthy amount of kills coming for him, only 10 minutes into the game, so not a bad setup. Nonetheless, the Radiant absolutely want to see if they could take something out of this. And Clockwork, I hesitate to say that you're a little too late. And he's going to pick on him a little bit, but ultimately I don't think there's a whole lot to initiate on here. We even had a dust popped, but are we going to have... Nope, here we go. We have some starting in aggression coming against the Invoker with the Slark. Bunch of damage being taken out, and he's going to drop down to the Phantom Assassin. Further, the call down coming down with the Gyrocopter, but ultimately he's going to drop down to the Slark as well. So 2 down on the side of the Radiant, and they're not done. They're going to keep initiating on top of the Phantom Assassin and take him down as well. 3 down on the side of the Radiant. 4 down on the side of the Radiant. Death Prophet going down as well, and we continue to see more damage being dealt with on top of the Wraith King. And he goes down, the Nature's Prophet, excuse me, not Wraith King. He does, in fact, get out of that. So, well played, Radiant. 5 dying on the side of the Radiant before only 1 Prophet. Phantom Assassin, excuse me. I'm getting my words jumbled. Only for the cost of the Phantom Assassin going down. And the Invoker's actually not done. He wants to see if he can take something out of this, but not a very smart play, unfortunately. The Jakiro able to help his buddy out. And Clockwork even returning to the lane.
Boom,
We're going to see a long choice. No, he's actually very close. He's going to clip the wings of the dragon. And he's going to continue initiating on top of the Slark. Wrong pick, buddy. And he's going to get stuck in place as he still wants to chase this down. I'm not sure it's the right move. He's not going to have his hook for another minute. So, forced to back out.
Dire's middle tower is
and
under
just
attack.
He wants it really badly. He's not going to get it. And the Jakiro absolutely being able to stutter step out of the way of that rocket. All the while in the bottom lane. Yep. Slark complimenting, or at least discussing, the intended
Dire's
clock
top tower is under
setup.
attack.
And we even have some extra healthy damage coming in on top of the middle, or the top tier 1 against the Dire. So, even though they're down 5 to 10 right now, they're doing an absolute insane amount of damage to these towers. Not able to take... Oh, we have the Gyrocopter taking out the Phantom Assassin. And getting picked off by the Zeus. So, well, not directly by the Zeus. Nonetheless, actually the Clockwork continuing to want to reinitiate on top of the Zeus, who... actually, the Clockwork helps him out of that fight. Doesn't matter. He does get the kill on top of the Zeus. And we have further initiation up on the top tier 1. They're going to take out the Jakiro. So 2 for 2 currently. Very interesting. Strange initiation on both sides. But ultimately, Radiant doing nothing but being able to pick these towers. They're getting a lot of damage done. But nonetheless, 2 for 2 going for that fight. And Radiant just... I don't know. I guess as the kills increase for both teams, you could say that it's potentially evening out. We even have a rocket start on top of the Jakiro. laughing off the minor amount of damage and stun before he goes right back to doing whatever he was doing before. Nature's Prophet finishing his boots. What else does he have right now? Nothing else, really. And he's gonna, the Death Prophet is actually gonna go up onto the top tier 1. She's got her ultimate ready to go, so this very well could be a potentially dead tier 1. Especially if they get one kill. They only have a very squishy Jakiro right now, so I would not be surprised if they were able to get this kill out. We have no other potential aggression going on any other lanes. Jakiro hitting level 9. I want to check out the levels for everybody right now. Yeah, nobody breaking level 10, so not a big deal. In fact, the Radiant potentially going for a very strange wraparound. Do we see Dust? We do not, so waiting for that potential coming up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Quick little information, if anybody in the we're going to wait for the fight to actually discuss that. Everybody initiating on top of the Jakiro coming in as well, but the Gyrocopter is going to take a lot of damage. It looks like he's going to die first. No, the Invoker is actually going to help his buddy out. Death Prophet actually taking out the Jakiro, and he's going to kill. The Death Prophet is going to die as well. Zeus taking out the Gyrocopter with the Thunder God's Wrath. Nonetheless, they're going to continue to initiate on top of the Wraith King, who's 0 mana, so he's not going to be able to escape with this ultimate. And he's going to drop down to the Clockwork. And even further damage is going to come down on top of the Clockwork, who's going to get picked off. So 3 down on the Radiant for 2 of the Dire. And really nothing else going on right now. Nobody else, the Dire not choosing, the Radiant not choosing, or being able, I should say, to push back on top of this tier 1. They had it very close, and it is within deny range, but unfortunately they did not get the tower out of that. So 3 for 2 on the side of the Radiant. Dire getting the better pick of that. And everybody else, either respawning or forced to reset. We do have the Invoker, Carl, it was his name, excuse me. It took a little while for me to remember. Coming back into the middle lane, trying to get whatever last hits he can. Let's take a look at that real quick. 70 coming up on the Nature's Prophet, but we have the PA who's been in lane the entire time. Matching that, absolutely. In fact, the best we have is another 25 down with the Zeus.
Tower is under attack.
So not a whole lot else. We're even going to check out the gold and the XP graph. Actually, we have a potential initiation on top of the Invoker. That is not going to happen. The PA slowing him down, but nothing past the aggression. Wraith King absolutely choosing to push him back a little bit. Nothing else but pure aggression starting up. We actually had a very interesting swing of the graph actually kicking in. We only have 1,000 in the gold difference going on the side of the Dire, so really not that big of a deal. And just over 2,000, closer to 3,000 XP on the side of the Dire. So Dire continuing to show their push potential. Wraith King absolutely going support Wraith right now. And almost finishing up the mechanism. All the while, the Jakiro in the bottom lane choosing to push it out. He's going to be punished by this Clockwork who picked up a Haste Drone. And actually, we have further aggression coming in with the Nature's Prophet. They want to desperately pick off this Jakiro. And he's going to go down very quickly. It looks like the Clockwork actually getting the pick. Able to save off their tier 1s. And the Slark denying that. Denying their own top tier 1. So, I would, if I were the Nature's Prophet right now, take out or deny your tier 1 and continue to make it even as far as it goes for towers. Let's take a look at these towers real quick. We do have further aggression coming back onto the tier 1s on the Dire side, who are taking more damage. We do have further initiation on top of the Wraith King, who is silenced as for nothing but a brief moment. We have the Gyrocopter continuing to initiate on top of the Slark. He's going to take a rocket to the face gladly, but quickly remove that debuff.
Rocket on.
Not worried about it. We even do have the Jakiro rotating, and I almost said the PA, but wrong color. And the Slark is just continuing to take a lot of hits to the face with this rocket, but ultimately not going to do a whole lot of damage because, unfortunately, wrong a target. And we're seeing bigger initiation on top of the nobody missed Meatball, and we have further. We're going to get the Clockwork on top of the Jakiro, who's going to take a lot of damage. Zeus taking out 2 with the Thunder God's Wrath. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to take out the Wraith King, and the Slark getting out with the skin of his teeth. 3 down on the side of the Radiant. Actually, the Clockwork taking a little bit of damage. But he is going to get out. Not a problem. And as a matter of fact, they are, in fact, the Slark denying the mid-tier 1. So, unfortunately, nothing really going the way of the Radiant right now, and what can you say? They kind of force the... They don't really have a dedicated support right now. So, I mean, ultimately we have the Basta Gyrocopter as a support right now, and absolutely nothing with the Death Prophet. Didn't she have a massive amount of last hits?
Radiant's middle
No,
tower
I'm
is
thinking the
under
PA.
attack.
I'm thinking the
Radiant
very bottom of the barrel.
structures are fortified.
And we're seeing further aggression on top of the Dire, pushing in that tier 1 mid, and it's down to half health. It could very well be a dead mid tier 1 very shortly, taking a lot of damage, but ultimately not a whole lot else going on. Nature's Prophet actually TPing into the top
Radiant's
lane,
bottom tower is under
saying, well, you
attack.
can take our tier 1, we're going to push in your tier 2. And actually the Invoker's going to pick on this Wraith King a little bit. He doesn't have his ultimate, and he's going to drop down to absolutely nobody, but feed out really no gold. So not that big of a deal. And like I was saying, we actually have the Nature's Prophet choosing to do whatever work he can on top of this tier 1 or the tier 2 top lane. And he's going to be greeted by 3 on the Dire lane. We actually have a lot of push power coming in, a lot of damage coming in. And very interestingly, choosing to pop his ultimate for that. Kill confirmed, I guess. Not completely necessary, but whatever. I hesitate to say that was worth it to quickly steal that kill, but whatever. It is a Zeus. What can you expect? Wraith King finishing off his mechanism finally, 20 minutes into the game. And everybody else more or less resetting. We have the Invoker who got... not sure why he's hiding, but I guess I just missed it. A little bit of picking off coming... Where is that going? Is that actually looking for nobody? I am very confused why we had that rocket, but whatever. It is a pub game, ladies and gentlemen. We do have an invisibility rune in the top lane. I'm not seeing anybody who potentially want to pick it up. Maybe the Wraith King, if they choose to want to initiate in. They might actually choose to initiate on top of this Clockwork. Especially once Wraith King can get into position. And they desperately want that mid-tier 1. Keep up their early game aggression going on. Nonetheless, it is very important to say that the Dire, as well as they are up 9 kills, they have only taken 1 tower. And we do have the starting of the aggression on top of this Clockwork. He's taking a lot of damage, and he's going to drop very quickly. But the Phantom Assassin actually tanking the majority of the damage from the PA. She's going to blink out. I'm not going to say wasted ultimate, but she didn't get any kills out of it. And Zeus actually finishing off the Gyrocopter in... Wow, 3 dropping outside of the Radiant. So... I don't know what to say for the Radiant. Unfortunately, every choice they're making is the wrong one. They're even giving the Slark the nice little basher. So that's going to be an easy tier 1 on the Radiant, or on the Dire. Or Dire picking up the easy Radiant tier 1.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But if they don't hurry, it's going to go straight over to that tank. So somebody take that gold. There we go. Wraith King getting the gold for that. Well played him on the Radiant, or on the Dire. Wanted to say support, and I got my words confused. We actually have a Clockwork initiation on top of the Jakiro. He's going to take a little bit of damage, but it's going to be a very quickly defeated Jakiro. Only 300 gold, but once again, we're only 22 minutes in. We even have a Death Prophet rotating into the lane. Are they potentially going to push in? Slark way out of position. Not sure what he's doing, but he's going to get caught by the Gyrocopter. Are they actually going to continue working on top of him? I would think not. Waiting for that rocket? Nope. The Gyrocopter just using his Shadow Amulet. Okay. Choosing to give up before they rotate 4 totally back into the middle lane, while the Nature's Prophet pushes in the bottom lane against the PA. And they're going to initiate on top of the Slark, who's just going to push himself right back out of every fight. And all they're really doing is pushing him back, scaring him out of the lane a little bit. And we are going to see some reinitiation back in with the Jakiro, who's going to potentially Ice Path down in the middle lane. He's going to have a rocket pushed on him. Gyrocopter learning his lesson, trying to take out that Slark.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I would
attack.
say that he's not going to get hit by that rocket. Oh, there he goes. Nonetheless, the Radiant choosing to push in this middle lane is down half health, and the Gyrocopter is going to take a lot of damage. Zeus popping his ultimate.
Radiant's bottom tower
and
has fallen.
Clockwork actually taking out the PA, so 1 for 1. No, we actually have the Invoker dropping down as well. to the Slark is going to take a lot, give him a lot of damage, give him a little bit of middle finger, as they push back in the middle lane now. I mean, what else are the Radiant going to do? Radiant absolutely have no push potential right now. They just don't have any strength. I mean, the damage is coming in. We've got the PA who appears to be working on her Desolator right now. Zeus not really working on anything right now. Jakiro finishing. I should know what he finished.
Radiant's middle
He
tower
did finish
is
the
under
Force Staff.
attack.
Okay, so we do have that
Radiant
coming back
structures
in.
are fortified.
Slark, he is about to finish his yacht. Wraith King. I mean, the Wraith King did just finish the mechanism. And Rocket coming in to pick on the Wraith King a little bit. He's going to take a bit of damage, but he's got his
Dire's
ultimate
top
up.
tower is
He's not
under
afraid of
attack.
anything. In fact, the Gyrocopter is going to get taken out even through the Shadow Amulet. And Death Prophet not able to do a whole lot else.
Dire's top tower
Here comes the
is under
Meatball
attack.
Initiate on top of 2. Actually, the Wraith King is going to take a lot of damage. The ultimate's going to be popped. They're continuing to chase on top of the Zoo. Well, single creep is anyway going to take on top of that damage. And the Wraith King taking a lot of Death Prophet damage, and he's going to drop very quickly. Not sure what he was chasing in for. And the Death Prophet going invisible,
Dire's
letting her
top
ultimate
tower
doing
is
the rest
under
of the
attack.
damage. And she's going to survive with 30 health as they continue to initiate on top of the Jakiro, who's going to take a lot of damage, and he's going to drop. Well played, Carl.
Twas scarcely worth my notice.
So great job on both teams. At least they're each getting their own team fight. No, we have further aggression on top of the Invoker with the Slark taking out that extra kill, and the Clockwork taking out the Zeus. So 1 for 1 there. Radiant absolutely getting a nice little setup.
Dire's top
They're finally
tower
getting
is
their
under
first
attack.
3 for 1, and they're even going to get a 4th. No, excuse me. It looks like the Nature's Prophet is going to get out of that fight. No, he is not. Don't know what to tell you. We even have a call down coming down from the Slark taking out the Clockwork. Gyrocopter doing whatever he can to help out his buddy, but he's going to get it out just in time. No! Slark actually being able to pop down his Dark Pact and getting that nice little finish damage. A lot of Russian being called out. Very funny. Nonetheless, Dire actually getting another 4 for that. I believe the Death Prophet, did she get picked off? I feel like she did. I could be wrong. Probably am. Dire continuing to show off their lead. We're over 7,500 gold difference on the Radiant and over 15,000 XP difference. So Dire just going to take the advantage they have. They're going to push in the lane. This is going to be an easy tier 2. Sorry, Death Prophet, but even with your ultimate up in a few seconds, you're still very squishy, and as well as the Phantom Assassin proving it, but the Slark getting the kill. And
Dire's bottom
Invoker
tower
dropping
is
as well,
under
so they're even
attack.
going to get a tier
Radiant's
2
middle
out of
tower
this.
has fallen.
So, very interesting setup. Dire choosing to continue to... Nope, they're actually not. They're going to wait for the next creep wave. Gyrocopter laughing him with a rocket. Wraith King happily taking one to the face. And here comes the creeps. We do have 2 down on the side of the Radiant who are desperately down right now. So, here comes the Jakiro Ice Path, and both sides just kind of picking at one another. Not a whole lot else going on. As a matter of fact, everybody else in the Dire just kind of choosing to take a step back. Little bit of a reset. Waiting for everybody to get their numbers back together again. We actually have the PA initiated on top of the Gyrocopter. He's going to get the easy pick. And a full 2-second delay. 2.5. Death Prophet ultimate being picked, as well as the Death Prophet is going to be picked off. So Dire just taking advantage of everything they're given, and they're going to push into this lane. Nature's Prophet,
Radiant's top tower is under
he's just
attack.
hiding back in base right now. He's not able to do a whole lot else. We have a lot of aggression coming on top of the top tier. Well, we had a lot of aggression before the tower picked it back off. And Jakiro actually getting picked off to the Invoker due to the EMP. So everybody else just very strange initiation coming back up. Nonetheless, the Invoker just kind of quickly removing a quick creep with his Hand of Midas, but unfortunately it's not going to do a whole lot else. He goes invisible and he's just easily feeding. Maybe I was lied to when it comes to the Dota 2 cast it. I was told this was going to be a 100 kill game in over an hour, but I don't know. I guess it's going to have to depend on how well the Radiant are going to be able to pick this back up, but they're down 20 kills. I don't see this
Radiant's
being
top
able to do a
tower
whole
is
lot
under
else.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I'm going to take a quick minute just to remind everybody in the Twitch chat, thank you very much for coming back and checking out the cast. I hope everything is working for the video. If you guys have any problems, let me know in the chat. I do have a video feed of the chat running, so I would love your feedback. Anything you can let me know. Otherwise, let me know over the Dota 2 Reddit page that you presumably followed me in on. So just let me know what you think. If there's anything I can do to make this better for you, anything I can fix. Waiting for the Dire side to completely reassemble and push back into the middle lane. Nonetheless, we are up 60 kills, so
Rock it on.
we're definitely getting there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Not a whole lot else going on. Let's go take a look at what everybody's doing with the current kills and the value. We're over 15,000, closer to 20,000 gold on the side of the Radiant, and near 30, wow, over 30,000 XP on the Dire. The Radiant have a lot of catching up to do. I'm not going to say they're out of this, especially because they've got multiple Midases, if I recall. Yeah, they've got 2 of them, especially on the Invoker and the Nature's Prophet, where they need it the most. And they do have a Death Prophet who is absolutely going to be crucial for late-game team fighting. I want to see everybody's levels right now. And we have a level 20 Phantom Assassin right now. In fact, the Dire pick off the Roshan, Phantom Assassin picking up the Aegis. So this could very G push on the side of the Dire. It looks like they want to push in the bottom lane just to keep some extra aggression going on. Slark actually rotating to the top lane, see if he can pick on that Gyrocopter a little bit more, who does teleport back home. So Nature's Prophet rotating in. We have a little bit of a, what's that called in wrestling when you tap your buddy in? So out with one, in with another. And who else better to do it than the Nature's Prophet? A little bit of a rat Dota going on. He definitely wants to push in the lane, see if he can get an extra tower, get some extra gold, going back in their way. And we have a TP home, because we do see 3 on the bottom lane pushing in, with the PA pushing in the top lane. So all 5 on the Radiant ready for a fight. They've got everything, well, as much as they possibly can, ready to make their last stand. Lest be, if they don't stop the fight. Actually, we have initiation with the Clockwork on top of the Phantom Assassin. He's going to pop her BKB charge. And that was her 8-second charge. Nonetheless, she's going to do great work on top of the Clockwork and take him out. So Clockwork doing whatever he can, but ultimately not being able to do a whole lot of good. And the PA just picking up the Death Prophet as well. So double kill at the PA. Zeus taking out the Gyrocopter on top of the bot lane. And 4 down on the Radiant. This is easily going to be a set of barracks for the Dire, if not more. I'm hesitant to say that maybe if they do this just right, they'll get 2 racks. So, well played Dire, getting 4 kills out of this. Nature's Prophet just simply choosing not to fight.
Bottom tower has fallen.
I think I was in fact lied to for this fight, or maybe I just picked the wrong side of this. Very sorry, guys. I thought this was going to be a bigger bloodbath. We do have 2 racks down on the side of the Radiant, and 2 about to go down on the top. And PA just continued to work on it. She's got a lot of damage coming in. And that's pretty much going to wrap this up. I'm willing to bet if this was a pro game, they would call it GG, and that would be the end of the match. But thus, it is not.
Radiant's top barracks has
We actually have some further initiation back in the middle lane by the rat Nature Prophet, but he's just going to be potentially stopped. No, the Jakiro is actually going to take a ton of damage. Nature's Prophet not being able to. He uses the Force Staff, gives him right outside of the fight, and the Jakiro continues to pick on the Nature's Prophet.
Radiant's middle tower
Come on,
is under attack.
pick him off. There we go. Well played, Slark. Well played, Jakiro. Proving why you can't mess with
Radiant's middle tower
with
has
that. We actually
fallen.
have a meatball coming in on
Radiant's
top of the
middle
Wraith King, who's
tower
going to
is
take a
under
lot of
attack.
damage, but he's got an ultimate up. Not a. And 2 racks down on the side of the Radiance. So big push potential. In fact, we continue to have 2 down on the side of the Radiant. The Invoker going down. The Nature's Prophet earlier dying. So Radiant just fighting a lost battle, unfortunately. And here comes the Clockwork taking a lot of damage. He's desperately trying to pick off that Zeus, but it's just not going to happen. And Death Prophet just dropping. Who has the gem? Was there a gem? I don't see a gem. Maybe it was just the second and a half that it took the... I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. How did they see that one? No, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. Oh, it was just the sentry ward. So. Oh well.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Jakiro laughably messing with the other team, and Phantom Assassin doing the same as well. Popping her 7-second BKB charge. Yep, absolutely right there.
Radiant's middle
Losing her
barracks has fallen.
her Aegis for nothing, but why not laugh it off? They're waiting for the Dire to finish the rest of the game. We do have Mega Creeps on the Dire, as you just heard, so everybody just playing with everybody else right now. Nothing else really happening. So
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well played,
Radiant's
Dire.
middle tower has
Up
fallen.
nearly 50 kills,
Radiant
Radiance
structures
20,
are fortified.
35-minute game, and a little bit of other picking going on right now. I would have to say yes, Wraith King support too strong right now, especially in this scenario where neither team really chose to go with supports other than Dire's Jakiro.
Radiant's Ancient
Radiant's
is
pick
under
was just
attack.
far too greedy, and they weren't able to get that early snowball going. That was just absolutely needed. So I'm glad to see the Dire overwhelmingly take that game. So we see too many greedy games on the side of a 5-carry team that are just able to get that early advantage and take the win.
Radiant's
So
under attack.
further stuns and initiation coming on top of Slark, who's just going to laugh it off. He's going to take a lot of damage, but no, he's not going to take a lot of damage. And there goes the Ancient, finally waiting for the paint to dry. Well played, Radiant. Or excuse me, well played, Dire specifically, but yes as well. Well played, Radiant. You did what you could. Next time, pick some supports and stop playing so greedy. And that's going to be it for the first game. I actually am hoping to go for 2 more games. I still have plenty of time. Maybe we'll even get a 3rd game or a 4th game out of this. So thank you again for following me on Twitch. We are going to take a short break, but I will be back in just 5 minutes, I promise. I have to get the next game started up. And I promise, like I said, we will be back very shortly. And let me know what you think. Once again, leave me some information over on the chat room or back onto the... let me switch back over to my background really quickly here. Leave me some feedback. Let me know over on Reddit. Let me know into the chat room. Also, I am very happy to continue bragging, I guess, that I'm going to be casting the upcoming Oh boy, the eSpot tournament coming up on Saturday and Sunday. So please follow me on Twitch. Let me know if you are interested in... I'm talking a little fast. I got some caffeine in my system. I'm going to be casting the eSpot tournament on Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be over on E_spot2 for the Twitch channel for Saturday and Sunday. Hence why I'm looking for as much feedback as you can, as you're willing to give me. I would appreciate as much as you can give me. Otherwise, I'm going to take a very quick 5-minute break, and then we're going to continue into Game 2 suggested to me over on the Dota 2 Cast It. If you want to let me host one of your games, send me some feedback. I am over on Ninja Chris Casts for my Steam account. Feel free to add me. And if you have any pubs or pug games coming up, let me know. I would be more than happy to cast them as long as we have time set up for that. So until then, like I was saying, roughly a 5-minute break, and I will be back very shortly. Thank you very much, and see you very shortly.